Happy day, children. So, we are going to start a new lesson from history. Second lesson from trade to territory. So, learning objectives are, you can follow the book, page number 11. We'll be learning about the political power of English East India Company. Next, events and impact of Battle of Plassey and Buxar, and the Carnatic Wars and Mysore Wars. Next, Anglo-Maratha Wars, and to understand the growth of colonial army and civilian administration. And the last one is understand the principles of subsidiary alliances and doctrine of lapse. So these are the objectives of learning in this lesson. We'll just get into the lesson. Introduction. In the 15th century, Europe witnessed an era of geographical discoveries through land and sea routes. Era here, era is nothing but it's a period. Okay, era is a time or period. Got it? Fine. Here, during 15th century, what happened? Europe, they witnessed an period, that is era, of geographical discoveries through land and sea routes. So they found land and sea routes, okay, European country. In the year 1498, Vasco da Gama of Portugal discovered a new sea route from Europe to India. So last lesson we saw that is the lesson Advent of the European. We saw about Vasco da Gama, isn't it? So Vasco da Gama, he founded sea route from Europe to Calicut, that is India, right? Hope you all remember it. So in the year 1498, he was a Portuguese sailor. He founded what? New sea route from Europe to India. For what purpose they found all these things? Their main motive or behind this are to discover was maximum profit through trade and to establish political supremacy. They wanted to gain more profit through trade, to establish more political supremacy, Okay, next. The rule of East India Company in India became effective after the conquest of Bengal. So after English East India Company came to India, they made an effective plan to conquer the place Bengal in our India. Okay. The main interest of the company in India was territorial and commercial expansion. They wanted to expand the territories and commercial expansion in our India. This is the main interest for the English East India Company. So this is the introduction of the lesson. Next, establishment of political power by the English East India Company. Yes. Battle of Plassey in the year 1757. So Battle of Plassey took place in the year 1757. So Battle of Plassey. So Plassey is a small village in West Bengal. It's a village in West Bengal. So Plassey is a village in West Bengal. So keep that in mind. Got it? Okay. First point we'll see. Alivardi Khan, the Nawab of Bengal, died in the year 1756. So Alivardi Khan, he was the Nawab. So we'll just see what is the meaning for Nawab. Okay, Nawab is a ruler. Okay, ruler in simple, you can know what is Nawab. Nawab is a ruler. Okay, so Nawab, okay, Alivardi Khan was Nawab of Bengal. He died in which year? 1756. His grandson's name was Siraj ud Dawla. His grandson, Alivardi Khan's grandson, name was what? Siraj ud Dawla. He ascended the throne of Bengal. So after his grandfather Alivardi Khan, his grandson Siraj ud Dawla ascended the throne. Next, the British, taking advantage the new Nawab's weakness and unpopularity, seized power. So British, they wanted to make their establishment in Bengal. So they came to know that Nawab, that is Siraj ud Dawla, he was very weak and he was not that much popular. Okay, he was unpopular. So they wanted to take advantage of this and they wanted to seize the power of him towards them. Okay, so what they did, they tried to seize power from Siraj ud Dawla. Okay, next. So Siraj ud Dawla decided to teach them lesson, to teach British a lesson. What he did, he attacked, okay, attacking over their political settlement of Calcutta. So British people, they were having their political settlement in Calcutta. So he waged war against them in Calcutta. Okay, who waged war? Siraj ud Dawla waged war against British in their political settlement of Calcutta. Next, the Nawab captured their factory at Kazim Bazar. So Nawab is whom here? Siraj ud Dawla is Nawab here, isn't it? So Kazim Bazar is nothing but, it's a Kazim Bazar. Kazim Bazar is nothing but, it's a town in West Bengal. It's a town in West Bengal. Kazim Bazar is a town in West Bengal. Okay, fine. So the Nawab captured their factory at Kazim Bazar. Then on 20th June 1756, Fort William surrendered, but Robert Clive recovered Calcutta. So in the year 1756, Fort William, he surrendered, but what happened? Robert Clive, he recovered Calcutta. Okay, next. So this is the picture what you have in your book, page number 11. Battle of Plassey. I have told you what is Plassey. Plassey is a village in West Bengal. So Battle of Plassey took place in which year? 1757. So keep this in mind. You may get this in 1 mark. Next. Next, you can turn to page number 12. Okay, it continues from 11 and ends in 12. Okay. On 9th February 1757, the Treaty of Alinagar was signed. So here treaty. So treaty is nothing but, it's a written agreement between 2 or more countries. Okay, written agreement between 2 or more countries. So treaties meaning is written agreement between 2 or more countries. Okay, so in the year 1957, 9th February, Treaty of Alinagar was signed. By whom? Siraj ud Dawla. Okay, Siraj ud Dawla signed the Treaty of Alinagar. By whereby Sirajud-Dowla considered practically all his claims. So here considered is nothing but to admit something is true although you don't want. So he was forced, okay, he was forced to sign. Next, the Treaty of Alinegal was signed, whereby Siraj-ud-Dowla conceded practically all his claims. British then captured Chandranagar, the French settlement, on March 1757. So British people, they captured Chandranagar. The Chandranagar was a French settlement. Okay, they captured that place in 1757 March. Next, the Battle of Plassey took place between the British East India Company and Nawab of Bengal and his French allies. Okay, the Battle of Plassey took place between whom? Between British East India Company and Nawab of Bengal and his French allies. French allies is nothing but countries who fought together against central power. Allies, okay? French allies. Allies is nothing but countries who fought together against central power. Okay, this is the meaning. Next, it was fought on 23rd June 1757. The English East India Company's force under Robert Clive defeated the forces of Sirajud-Dowla. So what happened? The English East India Company forces under Robert Clive, and he defeated the force of Sirajud-Dowla. So under the force of Robert Clive, they defeated whom? Sirajud-Dowla in this battle. Okay. Next, after the collapse of Bengal, the company gained a huge amount of wealth from the treasury of Bengal and used it to strengthen its military force. So after winning the battle, okay, after winning the battle, what happened? The company, English East India Company, they gained huge amount of wealth, okay, from the treasury of Bengal, because they defeated Sirajud-Dowla, okay, the Nawab of Bengal. Okay, so British East India Company, they gained more wealth from the treasury of Bengal, and they used that wealth to strengthen their military force. Next, the beginning of the British political sway over India may be traced from the Battle of Plassey. So the beginning of the British political sway is nothing but politically how they move towards. Okay, the British of political movement or sway, we can know about the about the British of Plassey, Battle of Plassey. After the Battle of Plassey, they gained more and more wealth from Nawab, from treasury of Bengal. Okay, and they used that money for their improvement, okay, or to strengthen their company or military. Next, last point in this, it was the most decisive battle that marked the initiation of British rule in India for the next 2 centuries. For the next 2 centuries, British marked their initiation to rule our India for 2 centuries. Next, so this is the map. We have this in page number 12, battles under British rule. So here they have given. So you will be asked to mark the map. I will give you after this lesson. So you have to mark in India River. Okay. So you can see. You can see the places Just a minute. Yes, you can see Gwalior, Buxar, Plassey. So Buxar and Plassey, what we have seen so far. Okay, Buxar and Plassey, what we have seen so far. So Buxar is in Bihar. It's a village in Bihar. And Plassey, it's in Bengal. Okay. So other places is also there. So the whole lesson we are going to deal with these places. Okay. Fine. Next we'll go to the next heading, Battle of Buxar. Battle of Buxar, which took place in the year 1764. After the Battle of Plassey in 1757, the company was granted undisputed right to have free trade in Bengal, Bihar and Orissa. So after the Battle of Plassey, the English East India Company was granted rights to have free trade in what are the places? Free trade in Bengal, Bihar and Orissa. It received the place of 24 Parganas in Bengal. So Parganas is nothing but districts. District. Pargana is the meaning. Meaning of Pargana is district. Got it? Okay, 24. It received the place of 24 Parganas in Bengal. Mir Jafar, 1757 to 1760, the Nawab of Bengal, however, fell into arrears. He failed to pay arrears. Okay, Mir Jafar, he was the Nawab of Bengal. He fell into arrears and he was forced to abdicate. He was forced to abdicate. Abdicate is nothing but to give up. To give up being king or queen. Mir Jafar was forced, okay, to give up. That is, abdicate is nothing but to give up being king or queen. Okay, he was forced to give up in favor of his son-in-law. Okay, Mir Jafar's son-in-law was Mir Qasim. Okay, Mir Qasim. He gave up his Nawab post to his son-in-law Mir Qasim. Next. Mir Qasim ceded Burdwan, Midnapur and Chittagong. So Mir Qasim, what he did? He ceded these three places from Nawab of Bengal, Mir Jafar. Okay. He shifted his capital from Murshidabad to Munger. Murshidabad to Munger. Who shifted? Mir Qasim shifted the capital from Murshidabad to Munger. Mir Qasim soon revolted as he was angry with the British for misusing the test takers' free duty passes. So Mir Qasim was very much angry on British because they misused the test takers. Test takers nothing but free duty passes. Okay. However, having been defeated by British, he fled to Awadh. So he conquered with British people, but Mir Qasim was defeated by the British people. So after he got defeated, he fled to Awadh. Awadh is a place, okay, where he formed a confederacy with Shuja-ud-Dawla and Shah Alam. So a confederacy is nothing but they have given in a glossary a legue or alliance. In Tamil they have given Kootamaipu. Okay, so he formed a confederacy with Shuja-ud-Dawla and Shah Alam in the place Awadh. So the picture of Battle of Buxar. in the year 1764. Next, the battle was fought on October 1764. The battle was fought on October 1764 at Buxar, a small fortified town with the British of Bihar, located on the banks of Ganges River, about 130 kilometers west to Patna. Next, it was a decisive victory for the British East India Company. Shuja-ud-Dawla, Shah Alam and Mir Qasim was defeated by General Hector Munro. So these three persons, Shuja-ud-Dawla, Shah Alam and Mir Qasim, they formed a confederacy, isn't it, in the place Awadh. They were defeated by whom? General Hector Munro. Next, Mir Jafar was again placed on the throne. So Mir Jafar, who was Mir Jafar we saw? So Mir Jafar was the father-in-law of whom? Mir Qasim. Okay. He gave up, he was forced to give up his kingdom, isn't it? So later what happened? Mir Jafar was again placed on the throne. On Mir Jafar's death, his son Nizam-ud-Dawlat was placed on the throne and signed Allahabad Treaty on 20th February 1765, by which the Nawab had no disband most of his army and to administer Bengal through a deputy Subedar nominated by the company. So after the death of Mir Qasim, his son, what is his son's name? Nizam-ud-Dawla. He was placed on the throne and he signed a Treaty of Allahabad in the year 1765, 20th February. Okay. Robert Clive concluded two separate treaties with Shuja-ud-Dawla and Shah Alam too. So they began to have dual system of government was started in Bengal. Okay children, up to this we'll wind up the class. Next class we shall start from Carnatic War. Thank you children. Take care.